for a viewer who watches my channel called Jeff on a username I can't pronounce properly. This is actually my unit, what's connected to the Ericsson phone, what sits there. I built this, well, a couple of months ago actually, to be honest. I built this many years. I think I built it in 2022-ish, I think. Because I built this mainly as a backup telephone line, mainly. Because my NBN connection is so crap. It would conk out every time we had a storm or something like that. It's not actually connected to this house just yet, but it is getting connected in there. But what I've been using this for mostly is to run a regular landline. So what I've actually reassembled this quickly just now, just a few minutes ago. But when I finish this video, this is going to be coming off of here and going on those two screws here with the PABX unit to run the phones in this house for temporary measure. And once the NBN is connected, this is connected into the NBN, this will go back on its board. All it is a regular 4G digital voice over 4G by telephone. To get this to work, what I did to get it to work, I got a board. Well, I just had sitting in my bedroom for about a couple of years from the railway models. I don't have a new antenna. I have to wrap the copper around the antenna to get to it. Broke the antenna off, but it does work, and it works fine with that broken piece. All it is, I will turn this off to show you this. If I undo this antenna, undo that connection. The bit of tape's over that to block the brightness of the LEDs. I did have this in my bedroom until very recently before I moved house. Let me just get this off the board here. All it is a 4G router. I've got my phone number on the back here. But all it is, takes, well, that's what the thing's called. You got a SIM card. I've got Vodafone on this, and when I recharge this on my computer, I have the account number and name all set in the computer. So I know if I need to recharge, I'll just go into my Vodafone on that, dial my name and my phone number, and it'll activate and it'll come on there. You could, like I used to use yours in the car back in the 70s. You probably could do it today in a car, but I would say the old Bill probably would not be pleased seeing someone doing this while driving a car down the public highway or public roads. They could be annoyed and could get fined for using a phone while driving, because they find people using these in the cars, but I'm not sure about phones built in the 60s, I'm not too sure in the 70s. But I bet the police would go nuts if they saw someone holding a telephone handset while driving a motor vehicle in 2023. I'm not sure about it, it probably wasn't a law back in the 70s, because they didn't have mobile phones back in the 70s. They had car phones, but not, a lot of them didn't. So I'll do switch it on. It also has a battery backup as well for us now, but the best way to actually get this in the car to work, just get a plug of a cigarette adapter, plug it in there, and hide it in the front of the car somewhere. Put the antenna up on the roof of the car, because they just come with magnet mounts. And it goes resetting. But these do not work with rotary phones. The way I'm doing it, that's a pulse to tone converter. That's the air it's wired in. Normally these are hardwired to the line cords of the rotary phone. The way I've got it set up, so it goes through the cable into this jack 605 and an RJ11. And then if I pick up the telephone, and if I dial working. I won't ring the telephone bell for a long time, but I will set off the bell so you can see it functions as the bell. But I don't think it'd be any, if the police would go nuts if you did see someone use it. But I think there's no law about pulling over on the side of the road actually and just using it on the side of the road though when you're not moving the motor vehicle. I won't ring it for long, but I will just let it ring and I'll pick the phone up. That's onto the line, as you can see. But this is how all I did to make this. I got one of these off eBay. They're not cheap. They're not very cheap. They're 150, but I was able to get this one on special for about 99 on eBay back in 2022. If you want to make one of these nowadays, the best to do is look up one of these, but you have to get one that's 4G or 5G compatible, at least. They do sell 2G and 3G versions, but they don't work. You have to get 4G or 5G at least again to work. And all I did to make this, it's got a RJ11, what's linked to this thing, and then linked to that was a pulse to tone converter, and that's strapped into the thing. Now you do have to play around with the plus and minus, not the tip and ring, to work, and it will work. But if you get the red light lighting up on there, it means it's working because it will dial in tone. But this is my little 4G, or could be used in a caravan or RV or any car at least. But I wouldn't recommend using it while driving because I bet the old Bill would actually go nuts. Actually, it would be funny if you go and ask them actually. When the police have stopped their strike, I'll go and ask them about this. If they'd have one of these motor vehicle with that and see what they'll say. Might go and actually ask them that and see what they say actually. Something up the road from the police anyway. I'll go and ask them about this. If you had one of these in a motor vehicle, would it be alright to use this in a motor vehicle while driving? I'll have to ask them that. I know mobile phones are illegal to use in cars while driving, but I'm not sure about dial phones on one of these units. I'll have to find out. But this is my 4G phone line setup, and it's only in constant use until the 4G, to my NBN gets connected. But this is my 4G control board.